everybody, welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have for you my June TBR. I'm having a moment where I literally want to read everything on my shelf because I've gotten so many good books lately. So narrowing it down to 5 was definitely tricky. So I'm just going to start with the books that I've already started reading for the month. I've been listening to the audiobook for If for Any Reason by Courtney Walsh. This was already on my TBR of wanting to read, and I literally picked it up day 1 of June. I'm listening to the audiobook. Like I said, we are following a woman when her name is Emily. She is going to Nantucket. Her grandfather has died and has left her this house in Nantucket that she used to go to as a child, and so she's going there to fix it up and sell it. She has not been there since she was a child. When she was a child, she was there. Her mother died in an accident, and she has not been back since. And she gets there, and the hottie next door, Hollis, is there. He is an ex baseball player, and he's there with his daughter and his parents for the summer. And him and Emily used to know each other from back in the day, and it's kind of like their second chance at love. We're also following a past perspective, which is her mother and one of her mother's summers in Nantucket, and also when Emily was born. Her mom wrote her letters for every occasion, so every now and then we get a sprinkle of a letter that she had written for her. And it's a Christian fiction novel, and it's not very heavily Christian fiction that I've noticed so far. I'm about 60-ish% in. I will say there was a twist that kind of just happened, like, that I have figured out, like, as much of a twist that can go. There's a character in here whose identity I think I just figured out. And so it's kind of a bummer because I feel like when that reveal happens, it won't be as emotional as I want it to be. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. It's the first book, and I think there's a second book. I don't think there's any more than that. I think it's just a duology. But so far, I am really, really enjoying this one. And this could potentially be on its way to a 5-star read. We'll see. I'm also reading Meant to Be Mine by Hannah Ornstein. This comes out June 7th. I have this through Netgalley. I have a couple books I think that come out in June through Netgalley that I'm going to need to get to, but this one is the first one I'm reading. This one is about a girl, and her grandmother has always been able to, I think there's something on my computer and it looked like there was a spider behind me. And her grandmother has always been able to predict when you're going to meet the love of your life. And it's finally her day. She is on a plane ride to see her sister get engaged, and it's her day. And lucky little man who comes and sits next to her, and they have this instant connection and instant vibe, and we are following their little romance. I'm also reading Yes, Daddy by Jonathan Parks Ramage. I have a feeling, I don't know, this one's interesting. So I got this one from BiblioStyle and HarperCollins Perennial, like Harper Perennial, and because the paperback is coming out, and I don't know, I'm about 40 pages in. I'm not going to say that I hate it, because I don't hate it. I just don't know if it's necessarily going to be for me. We're following a guy who is in New York, he's struggling to become a playwright, and he is trying to put himself in the light of a playwright, and starts this really intense relationship with him, and it just seems like it's going to be really intense and really dark, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. But so far, it's okay. And it's really short, so I feel like I'm going to still end up picking it up. Now, the rest of the books I have not started yet. We've got Simmer Down by Sarah Smith. I was supposed to read this last year. I remember making my husband take a picture of this for Instagram, and then I just never got to it, so I figured same time next year, let's try it again. This is about, I think that they're rivalry food trucks, which just seems perfect for summer. So I figured might as well give it a go. We've got Blood Sugar by Sasha Rothschild. This just screams like a summer cover. And this one is following a murderess. And it says she's accused of 4 murders, but she's only guilty of 3 of them. Which sounds interesting. Yeah. We've got The Unthinkable Greta James by Jennifer E. Smith. This is following a girl, and I think she's a musician. I think she's at a point where she's kind of struggling, and she ends up on a cruise ship with her dad to Alaska, and I think it's about their relationship of reconnecting and rebonding as father and daughter. We'll see. And then the last one we've got is The Remarkably Bright Creatures by Sarah Van Pelt. This again just screams to me, you need to read it in the summer. And I think it's about this girl, this woman, and I think she's recently a widow, and then she becomes friends with an octopus, which just sounds fantastic. I've heard amazing things, so I wanted to give it a try. So those are the books that I'm planning on getting to in June. If you've read any of these, let me know down below. Again, there's so many I want to read. Like I want to get to This Time Tomorrow. I want to get to something wilder. There's so many books I want to get to. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye, everybody.